Hey, Susan Joseph, touching base with you in regards to being a Fsbo or selling your own house. If you must do it, I'm going to try to give you as much information as I can to try to help you in that process. So, just a couple of different little tips for you on selling your own house and some things to really try to keep in mind to get you the most profit that you can out there. Because of all the issues involved in this process, selling a home on your own can be very challenging. However, some people, for financial reasons, feel like they have to do it. If you truly, maybe with your mortgage and what your house is worth, there's just not room there for a real estate commission, you have to sell your house on your own. Hopefully, I'll be able to help you along a little bit in that process. Pricing it right. The asking price is extremely critical. I know when there are emotions involved, you're going to think that your house is worth more than it probably is. Try to keep that in mind. Compare the price, features, and condition of all similar homes in both your neighborhood and other similar ones which have sold in recent months. Try not to base your price on what people are asking for their homes, because at the end of the day, you really need to know what they sold for. So an option may be for you to maybe pay an agent, $100, $150 to do a CMA for you. Be very honest. I know there are some people who will call, a couple of agents knowing that their intentions are to list themselves and just really kind of using these agents for their CMAs. It's not something I recommend. If you call an agent, you let them know that you're going to have to sell it yourself or you want to sell it yourself, but you do need a CMA. Tell them that you'll pay them $100, $150 to do it for them. You really want them to be honest. You'll get a great price because there's nothing to gain or lose, and it just works better all around. And then if you do sell and you need some forms or whatever else, you'll have built a rapport with this agent, and that's definitely the better route to take. So make sure that you do price it right. Preparing your home for sale. This is a biggie. Consider staging. I have someone who I could certainly, recommend out to you. I use a woman who is phenomenal. I've been using her for a very long time. I probably have 8 out of 10 homes that I list staged. If you hire, you're not hiring an agent, so you're going to have to pay for that out, out of your own pocket. Cost you a few $100s, and then if you have to go out and buy some new throw pillows or some, paint and stuff like that. But definitely consider having your home staged. When people are looking through the computer and you have, say, 10 photos of a house, by the third photo, you've either grabbed them or you've lost them. That's it. They're on to the next one. So keep that in mind. Clean, clean, clean. Get out that magic eraser. Get rid of those fingerprints. Do all the door jambs. Do the doors. Do your windows. Make that house shine. Take a few days before you put that house on the market. Get it meticulous. Get those closets down to 50%. Remove all of your personal photos. Put up very neutral stuff, neutral colors, and get that house really show ready. Legal documentation, depending on which state you're in, this varies. In Rhode Island, there is a mandatory seller's disclosure. You're going to need a purchase and sales contract. The seller's statement of property condition is what they call it in Massachusetts, which is not mandatory. Make sure that you know your mortgage payoff. It's not your balance. Your payoff is going to be a different figure, so make sure that you get that figure before you put your house on the market to be, sure that you can cover all costs. Try to get a copy of your plat map. It's nice when people come in, you can give them a package on your property, and you have the property lines already drawn out for them from the town. You can get some of these actually online, but some you actually have to go down to town hall. Some town halls will also fax them to you, so try to get a copy of your plat map. Marketing your home. Try to get a marketing plan in place before you put the house on the market, of what you're going to do for the next few months to really kind of keep your house fresh, keep it out there, and keep the activity going. So are you going to do some newspaper advertising, get some pricing from some different local papers? How are you going to get buyers who already could be working with an agent? Try to maybe get on some websites, different things like that to try to generate those buyers. And you may have to offer out that 2% commission to a buyer's agent to really get some activity. The internet is key. Whether you're selling on your own or with a realtor, the internet is going to be what sells your house. So make sure one way or the other you are on the internet. Very, very important. Putting a sign out and an ad in the paper this weekend is not going to sell your home. So really keep that in mind. Remain objective. I personally, and I don't mean to be offensive to anyone, I cannot stand showing a house with the owner home. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes my buyers uncomfortable. They generally follow you room to room, and there's a lot of emotion involved. So during a showing, just remain in the background. open the door, welcome them, shake their hand, give them a package on the property with a printout. Don't overwhelm them with stuff. Don't put lists in there, and again, keep the emotion out of it. Do your disclosures, your plat map, and something along the lines of an MLS sheet. Hand it to them, tell them they can walk around at their leisure, and you'll be there if they have any questions, and let them go. Do not talk. Keep the reason why you're selling private. When it's a for sale by owner, though, keep in mind you are not protected by any agent, so there's a very high possibility that they're going to ask you why you're selling. Just tell them that your needs have changed, your housing needs have changed. You do not need to get into your personal business. It's not something that you need to disclose, nor is it any of the buyer's business. So keep in mind you have no protection now from that agent. So make sure you keep all of your personal information confidential. As much as you think you like these buyers, really try to keep your information private. When someone wants to see your home, make sure that they are pre-approved. You don't want to spend your Saturday home while your family is out at the movies showing your house to buyers who are not qualified. So make sure that you have pre-approved buyers coming through your property. Ask them to bring a pre-approval letter with them. Negotiate effectively. Again, keep that emotion out of it. Know before you even get a buyer, what you're willing to take, what you're willing to take a hit on, what appliances will remain, and stick to your guns. Don't get desperate. It shows, and it shows very quickly when you're kind of in that position where you want to let that house go. Contracts you use should be thoroughly examined by your real estate attorney. This is a big one if you are not using a realtor. Make sure that you have an attorney that you can pay to review your documents. Maybe they'll even sit with you beforehand to make sure that you have a blank one drawn up for you. But make sure that you have these contracts reviewed. That's a really important one. You want to be covered. God forbid you have any liability that will fall on you in the next couple of years. So at the end of the day, is selling your home on your own really going to save you money? Consider the fact that most buyers do use a real estate agent because it doesn't cost them anything for the service. So a lot of buyers out there are getting these listings directly from the MLS system. So if you're not in that system, you're not going to get the buyers that you would if you listed with an agent. So really keep that in mind. Buyers, investors, and speculators who seek out for sale by owners are typically those in search of a bargain. It's just a very different playing field when you're selling by yourself. You don't have anyone with the experience to negotiate, although you probably believe that you can sell a house no problem. And maybe in some markets you certainly could have because you put out that sign and your house sold. Very different market that we're in. You really have to be on top of your game. So if you're going to sell on your own, I wish you the best of luck. Again, as always, you can call me with any questions that you might have. I try to help for sale by owners as much as possible. And maybe you have to sell on your own, and be honest with agents that you contact and let them know that this is your position, and you might be able to find one like myself who will really kind of help you through. So again, as always, you can call me at any time if you have any questions on the for sale by owner process. I'll answer the questions as best I can for you. 401-678-0576 is my cell phone. 401-678-0576. You can also email me at any time, susanjoseph@remax.net, and I'll get back to you just as quickly as I can. But I'm going to leave it here for today. So until the next time, be well. Please do leave your comments below. I appreciate seeing them. So until next time, talk soon.